today. This is the introductory webinar for the for our next batch for geology optional UPSC Civil Services as well as Indian Forest Services examination. We have already, as I was telling you about, already delivered 2 successful batches. Even the latest one for us was of Indian Forest Services, in which we covered the entire syllabus within a matter of one month. So we do have extensive experience in delivering courses for UPSC Civil Services Geology optional. Mayank sir will give you more details about that particular part. Okay. So the last one, the course I was talking about was a crash course. The next one which we have will be a comprehensive course. And another thing is it will be sort of like more like blended learning course. Blended means you will have both recorded lectures sometimes and you will have live lectures as well. So it will be a mixture of both recorded and live lectures, so that you can, if you have any doubts, you can clarify during those live lectures and all, and we will give you more details about that particular part. Yes, if you can go to the next slide, Manson. Yeah. So and we will discuss like a little bit more features about this as well. A little bit about the course mentors. Myself, I'm Lawrence Kanyan. If you don't already know me, I'm a graduate from IIT Roorkee in geology. I secured All India Rank 1 in GATE 2017 examination, and I have been now extensively involved in teaching for the last few years. I'm also working as a geologist in Canada, so I'm involved in both these. And I have extensive experience. That's what I was saying. I have extensive experience of geology both professionally and from examination point of view, from competitive examination point of view. And Mayank sir, he has extensive experiences of civil services examinations. He has appeared in multiple IFoS interviews, extensive teaching experience, extensive mentorship experience, I would say. A lot of our past students have thanked Mayank sir a lot for his like mentorship and guidance throughout the preparation process, and not just like the preparation process through the interviews. Okay, so in general for prelims preparation also, for example, even if we were not teaching for prelims, but students would always usually come to Mayank sir with all their problems, and he because of his experience, and he has scored 130 plus in UPSC Civil Services prelims as well. So clearing cutoff in for Indian Forest Services multiple times is not a simple task. And Mayank sir will be there like to guide you throughout your preparation strategy, and he has cleared with geology option. Okay. Yeah, Mayank sir, if you want to continue from here.
Okay. So good evening, everyone. I hope my voice is audible to all. My voice
Yes,
is
sir,
audible.
it is audible.
Okay. All right. So thank you, Lawrence, sir, for the introduction. So we want to, like sir was saying, like we have been now experienced in about geology. So in the year 2021, we both have mentored over 250 students, right, for various examinations for geology itself, right. And sir was mentioning about the recent batch. We recently have a batch where we have more than 70 plus students enrolled for Indian Forest Service means 2021, whose result is awaited in a week, right. So that is it. So now, see, a lot of you from this Telegram and from calls from last few days are very new to geology, right? And a lot of you are from non-geology background, right? A lot of you are from non-geology background, and a lot of you are also from geology background, but they are in their early years of right. They are in their initial year of post graduation or something like that, right? So they also don't know much about the examination. So geology, like I'll discuss something about geology vis-a-vis the civil services examination, civil services as well as forest service examination, right? So you might be aware that geology is one of the most popular and successful optional in Indian Forest Service examination, right? From last 5 to 7 years, geology optional secures most of the rank, right? Even the last year in 2020, All India rank 1 was from geology optional, and he was from non-geology background, right? The same was the case in 2018, and even before that, even in 2019, I think there were 5 students in out of 10, right, among the first in rank, they were from geology and forest service examination, right? In civil services examination, it is one of the most prospective and emerging optional, right? So see, this is also a fact that not many students write geology in civil services, right? In forest services, it is the most popular optional, but in civil services, around 50 to 80 students generally write the mains examination. So that itself is an advantage, right? A lot of you have, there are some students who are changing their optional from anthropology or maybe PubAd or geography to geology. So you must be aware that around 2000 students write mains with anthropology, right? Around 3000 students write mains with geography, and then something like that with other options also, right? Sociology, around 1000 people, I think, as per UPSC report, they write it. So you have tremendous competition. There are 3000 people trying to give the best, right? But in geology, you just have around 50 to 80 students. Till now, they are ever increasing. In 2017, there were only, I think, 20. Then it went to 40. Last year, it was around like 50, and last year it was around 80, something like that. But still, that is not a big number. So that is an advantage, right? You don't have to compete with people. If you just complete the syllabus holistically, and you ratify, solve previous year questions, you do some answer writing practice, you are good to score very good marks, right? So that is the thing. And some basic advantages or benefits of having geology as an optional is, like, the first optional with geology, the first major advantage with geology is that geology you can opt in IFS as well as in civil services, right? In civil services, if you have anthropology, public administration, geography, political science, these options are not valid for forest services, right? In forest services, you need to opt for some science optional only. So geology is an optional. So it basically helps you synchronize between both the optional. And in forest services, you get, this year there are 150 seats, right? There are 150 extra more, seats in IFS. So if you are giving civil services, you get 150 added seat, where you can get a rank and you can be an all India service officer. So that is one of the biggest advantage of geology. The second one is that, like I mentioned, there is less competition, right? So you don't have to worry about what people are doing. You just have to worry about your own work ethics, and you can, score pretty well in it. The another important thing about geology is it is very static in nature, right? So, like, what do I mean that it is static in nature is like 99% of its syllabus is basically fixed, right? It won't change. In maybe in geography, if you have somebody has geography as an optional, you are reading about, maybe, you are reading about geopolitics and all. So it keeps on changing because of current affair. Even in public administration, in political science, right? You have international relations. So they keep on changing. Now, yesterday there was different relation between Russia and USA. Today, they are almost at a war, right? There were 10 years ago, there were different relation between Ukraine and Russia. Today they are very different. So this keeps on changing because of current affairs. So your answer, your content also keeps on changing. But in geology, that is not the case. If you it is a science, you are able to understand it. Your content, your hard work which you do in today, it will be helpful, right? You don't have to uh, improvise a lot. So that is the thing. So it makes it pretty scoring. Then obviously it is a science optional. So being a science optional, it brings a lot of objectivity, right? So here, at times you can score 10 out of 10 or maybe 20 out of 20 also. So such kind of score in any question is not possible in any humanities or even in anthropology kind of optional. So that is also a very important advantage of geology. Another one is the syllabus is pretty short, right? Relatively it is pretty short compared to a lot of other optional, right? So there are just 12 units, and a lot of them are very very small, and few are definitely bigger, but in comparatively the syllabus is not that big. So that is also a very good advantage of geology. And recently, like by recently I mean just last year itself, in 2020, a lot of people, they are scoring right in excess of 280 and 290, right? A lot of few of them have even got a rank, right? So there are a lot of examples. There are a lot of examples. Like just in last year, 2020, this there was a this Divyanshu Nigam sir. He scored All India rank 44, right, with geology optional, and he was from non-geology background. He was from non-geology background. I think he was from chemical engineering background, and he cleared geology with pretty good marks, right? So his score in geology was, see, you can see it was in excess of, it was somewhere around 280, 85, right? or a 281 kind of score out of. So this was one of the very good score last year, right? Last year, very a lot of people, they were stuck at 260. Even those who got ranked, they were stuck at 260 or 265 kind of. So here they were like 20 plus marks advantage, right? So he finally got all India rank 44, and he is in serving IAS, right? Similarly, this another candidate, Avinash Kumar, he also got into IPS with geology optional, right? So he scored somewhere around 290, right, or 295. So see, you can see his was geology optional, and see his score was around 290, right? 290 was his score. So this was also among the very good score, right? If you are aware about the marking of civil services, last year's 290 was as good as 320 of 2018 or 19, right? So this was the score. Even in 2018, somebody scored in around 305 marks, right, out of 500, and he also got into IAS, right, with I think all India rank 91, something like that. So like there has been a lot of positives in civil services with geology, and that is why I said that it is a very emerging and slowly getting popular, right? In IFS, in IFS, this has been a very champion and a very important or very popular subject, right? So you can see these mark sheets itself, right? This is of last year itself, 2021. So here some this Suraj Bain, he this guy, he got all India rank 1. He was also from non-geology background, and see he got all India rank with geology as well as forestry as an optional, right? So I hope this is visible. I will zoom into it. So you can see his score was somewhere around 260, in excess of 260, 266 was his score, and this was out of 400, right? So this is, I think, a very brilliant score, and he got rank 1, right? Similarly, there was again all India rank 1 in Indian Forest Services with geology optional, right? Naveen, he's presently serving as an IFoS officer in Telangana, Kadar, right, his home state. So see his score. He has a marvelous score of, I think, in excess of 300 and somewhere around 315, right? 314 out of 400. So like this is exceptional score. Now it is even difficult to score this much in board examination. He is scoring in a competitive examination using geology, and again he was not from geology background. His background was electrical engineering, and he has different optional in civil services. He gave civil services with, I think, geography or some political science, but he gave geology with this, and see this was his score, and he got all India rank 1, right? Like similarly, this is also again Gurharsh. He was Lawrence Sir student, our Planet Geology's classroom student, and he secured an All India rank 7 in his very first attempt in IFS with geology optional, right? So and then there were a lot of students last year from Planet Geology who secured a rank in Indian Forest Services. Some were our classroom, some were our interview guidance program, right? So the point is, it is geology, right? These are a lot. These are not all are from geology. Like Shreyas was from, I think, agriculture. He got rank 9. But Gaurav was from geology. Divya was from geology. She was also, Vikalpa was from geology optional, right? So a lot of people. Indra was from geology optional. Madhvi. So a lot of people had geology optional. So the point is that in recent time, geology is doing really great, right? In IFS as well as in civil services, and a lot of people are succeeding, right, whether they are from geology background or they are not from geology background, right? So that is the thing, right? So coming to the most important part, that is the syllabus, right? Syllabus of the geology optional. So like I said, it is relatively short, it is static, and also it is very interesting. Like since this is a science, and this is a very interesting subject. And also we as a mentor, when we try to teach you geology, we try to make it very interesting. So this is just the syllabus what UPSC has given us, right? So there are 6 units in paper 1, right, and 6 units in paper 2. So these 3 units are part of part 1 of part A of paper 1, and these are part 2, part B, right, of paper 1, right? Similarly, again, these 3 parts are paper 2 ka part A, and this is part B. So this is the division which UPSC has given, right? So like we'll go in detail. I think initially we thought that we'll give an overview of everything, but this we have already done, right? General geology, geomorphology, structural geology. So like we already have a very short video on it, right? So there is a video on our YouTube channel, Planet Geology's YouTube channel, that is Geology in 90 minutes. It was a video recorded by Lawrence sir, and he gave a very good overview of complete syllabus of geology, what geology is all about, right? So in 90 minutes, he has tried to make a lot of, he has tried to give you a view. So you can, if you have not watched it till now, you can watch it. This is our YouTube channel. I'll show you. And
I've shared the link as well of
oh,
the video
sir has
in
also
the chat.
okay, okay. So just I'll show for a minute. So this is geology optional in 90 minutes, right? So this is also for consultation purpose, right? If you are not sure whether you want to choose geology, aptitude wise, or all these things, so you can watch this video, right? This is a very, very helpful and video. Even if you are sure, even then you should watch this video, right? So that is why we are not going into detail of the syllabus, what these unit comprise of, right? So you do it. So that is the thing. And another thing is like, in if you will count the syllabus, right? I also have a PDF of syllabus here. So if you will count it, na, there are just 120 odd bullet point in our syllabus, right? Suppose this is unit 1 general geology, so there are 10 bullet point, you can divide in 10 which UPSC has given, right? These which I have written in red, these are not mentioned in civil services syllabus directly, but they are mentioned in IFS syllabus, right? Similarly, like these earthquake belts, seismicity of India, these are all part of CSE syllabus. UPSC asks question on this, but they are not explicitly mentioned in CSE syllabus. They are mentioned in IFS syllabus, right? So if you count these bullet point, you will come to know that there are around 120 to 130 subtopics in geology syllabus, right? So even if you do two topics daily, you will be able to complete the syllabus in less than 100 days, right? So that is why I was saying it is relatively a smaller, shorter syllabus, right? So this is a thing. So this is just about us and about geology as an optional, right? Now this is what we want to tell you about the course. So we'll tell something about the course, and then we'll open it to you all to ask doubts. So you can ask the doubt, and we can clear it about like what the course is going to offer you, right? And any other doubts which you have, right? So about this course, the course is named as Lawrence has said, comprehensive course, right? So what does mean comprehensive means? It covers each and every topic of the syllabus mentioned by the UPSC, right? So our coverage is 100%. We will not cut any corners, and this we have done in our last two batches also, right? We will give you 100% coverage of whatever UPSC has given in the syllabus, right? And there is also a special emphasis on previous year questions, right? So why this is important? Because in geology, up to 80 to 85% questions are repeated, right? Last year's questions, last 10-year questions, you can say 80% or up to 90% of the paper will comprise of these only, right? So there is a special focus. We frame our class in a way that most of the previous year questions are covered in class itself, and then you can innovate, you can write, right? Not only this, we also provide you indicative solutions. We also provide you indicative solutions to IFS last 7 years question paper, as well as indicative beta solutions for civil services last 6 to 7 years solutions to it, paper 1 as well as paper 2, right? So that is a very, very comprehensive coverage, right? Another feature of the course will be that this course will be on blended learning, right? This Lawrence had tried to explain. So blended learning means there will obviously be live classes, right, of a lot of units, and some units, right, some units they will be covered through pre-recorded lectures, right? But you will have a proper discipline. Suppose we are covering the course, and from 1st of July to 10th of July, we plan to cover mining geology, right? And mining geology may be covered by pre-recorded lectures. So you will receive 10, like suppose, right? So you will receive one or two lecture daily till between these period. So you can cover it gradually, and by 10th of July you will be able to cover the syllabus, right? And if you have any doubt, our website, like in live classes, you can obviously ask, right? And even in pre-recorded lectures, there are various support system, right? The first support system is there is this private telegram group, right? Whoever joins the course, we are added in a private telegram group, right? So you can ask your doubts there. I, Lawrence sir, right, and a lot of other mentors also, they keep clearing your doubts there. So that is one, that is telegram group, private telegram group. So there you can get your doubts cleared. Second is, our website itself is inbuilt, right? Website is inbuilt. There is a discussion forum, right? Discussion forum is there. So you can, if you have any doubt on any video or any material, you can raise the doubt there itself, and we'll reply it, right? Whenever we see it, we'll reply it very quickly, and your doubt get cleared, right? So there is active doubt clearing and proactive mentorship support with Planet Geology, right? Through private telegram group. Even sometimes when you are in a lot of trouble, not vis-a-vis content or others, but in general about strategy, so we are almost available 24/7 for that support also, right? So that is the thing. Another feature of this course is we have given you an extended validity. Now the course will be valid for up to 9 months, right? So it is more like I said, you can cover the syllabus in 100 days, right? But we are giving you full 9 months, so you can rewatch the videos, you can cover it at your own pace, right? Maybe you are preparing for 2023, then also you will have ample time to prepare. Maybe you are in college final year, then also you will have ample time. 9 months time, you can cover the syllabus multiple times, right? So that is another thing. And about the faculty, sir has explained, right? Lawrence sir was like, he is one of the you can say an authority, kind of authority in geology. He has extensive knowledge of geology in field itself. He has worked in multiple multinational companies, as well as he was all India rank 1 in gate geology, right? And he has been teaching students from last 5 to 6 years. In 2021 itself, I think he had more than 300 students whom we have mentored in various exams of geology, and a lot of his students have got among the top ranks in maybe gate and other exams, and a lot of them are awaiting the results in IFS and civil services, right? And this is me, we both cover our syllabus like part wise. So that is the thing, right? Another thing about this course is that we will motivate you to make your own handwritten notes, right? We do provide handwritten notes, our handwritten notes, right, to you on a lot of topics. We provide PDFs also, right? So we provide you comprehensive solution, comprehensive content on each and every topic of the syllabus, right? You will not have any dearth of content, but you will have to make your own notes. So that is why the material or the video, they are not downloadable. You can watch them a lot of time if you want, but they are not downloadable, so that you can make notes out of it, right? We do guide you how to make notes. We also have special videos to help you with note making. So we do all that, right? But so that is a feature. And since we are starting the course from, like, today is 20th, from 25th we will start the classes, right? We will start the first unit, that is general geology, right? 25th of March, right? Then there will be class in the month of April, right? Live and some pre-recorded classes. In May there will be a break, short break for prelims, right? There are some students who have enrolled for IFS 2022 and as well as civil services, so they will be giving prelims on 5th of June, right? So this, for them there will be short break, and then after 5th of June, maybe 7th, 8th or 9th of June, we will resume the classes, right? So in that way we will cover the entire syllabus till approximately around August end, right? There may be some changes, some plus minus, it might end somewhere around 20th of August itself, or maybe 5th of September, something like that. But August end we will definitely cover the syllabus, right? So that is the timeline, right? So, and we start from 25th of March, we will start general geology, and right, and the timing of live classes will mostly be in the morning, right? Morning, somewhere around 9:30 or maybe 10 to 12, right? This will be the case, right? So we will start off with general geology, right? So this is tentative sequence, right? These, like we mentioned, these are the units. So these are tentative sequence. So there might be some change, right? After general geology we might start with geomorphology, right, instead of mineralogy, and there might be some change here also. We might do remote sensing a bit earlier this time. That is the thing. So this is the tentative sequence in which we will be covering the syllabus, right? So another thing is like to give you time to prepare as well as to expedite the syllabus coverage. We will have classes on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We will also have classes on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Right. So there will be live classes on these days. If not live classes, some some prefixed, pre-recorded lecture will be released. Right. So on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we will cover some unit. Right. And in Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, we will cover some another unit. Mostly on this day, we will do paper one, and on this day, we will do some unit of paper two. Right. So there will you can also link between the units, and it will help you in multiple ways. Right. So this is how this has been planned. Right. So this is all I want to share. Now I can open it for you all to ask your doubts and to get more clarity about the course. Something is, if you want to read more about us, right, about the mentors, so you can visit our website, and this there is about us, so you can read in detail about the experience and the credibility of your mentors, right? So here you can get about Lawrence sir. Here you can get about me, right? So these are all our core members, and we also have guest members, right? And all of them are very well placed in officer. Like we have Sadvik sir, he's an IFS officer. He was All India rank 18 in 2008. Right. We have Prakash Jha sir. He was rank 1 with a lot of exams in with geology. Right. Then we have Rishabh sir and Paritosh sir also there. They provided some intellectual as well as mentorship support. Right. So he was All India rank 9 in BPSC. He was also All India rank 18 something in JPSC, and right. So we all have a very experienced and a very sensitive team to help you all. Right. So this is all. Apart from that, if you want to enroll for this course, so you can obviously again visit our website, and just if you visit Planet Geology, you will get UPSC optional course, and if you scroll it down, you will get a lot of thing to see. So this you can do. I think I'm done with this. Also, you can join the Telegram group. This is the link. We will also provide the link within the YouTube also. So from there you can join. This is the contact number in case even after the session you want to ask something, you can do it, right? So this is all. I think you can ask doubt if you want now, and if Lawrence want to add something, he can please add to it.
Yes, so I've shared this link also with you from the just completed crash course. So this was a crash course. If you want to just go through, for example, any of those free preview, for example, if you want to see like if the complete syllabus will be covered or not. So for example, within 1 month, as like for the crash course part, we still like covered like most of the parts that were there. Okay. So and it was kind of like again blended learning, but in this comprehensive course, we will have more live lectures. The pace, we will have more time to clarify your doubts and all, and also to keep you all on track. So that is an important thing. So please do go through these ones. There is like free preview which you can like preview those courses.
I think
Again,
Mehreen is asking if you happen to miss any live class. If
yeah.
you happen to miss any live class, the same live class is recorded and is uploaded on the video on the portal within 3 to 4 hours, right? So if class happen in the morning and if you cannot see it, you will get it in afternoon itself, right? So you can be in discipline. It will be recorded and uploaded, right? So
Yes. Yeah. So I can actually show you where they will be uploaded. So you in your dashboard, you will see all these courses in which you are enrolled. Okay. And then you can, I hope you can all see my screen, right?
yes, I think.
Okay. So what you can do is you can then just go to like any of those courses. Okay. So this is like where you will find those recorded lectures. And here, for example, this is one like where we show the schedule of the course so that you know like where you exactly are and when the syllabus is expected to be finished. And this is what we did for the forest exam. And each course will have some pre-recorded videos. Okay. But this is where you're going to find those recorded videos. Okay. So in this one, so the previous recorded videos, they can be found in here. Okay. So for example, so and there is no limit on the number of views of the videos. Okay. So you can go through those videos. If you want to, for example, re-watch any particular part you find difficult, so you do have the option. And I know like many other coaching institutes do not provide that option. So because ultimately we want to help you all in your preparation. That is like the biggest reward for us. That is why we would allow this part so that you can rewatch it, because ultimately we believe in the process of interactive learning. Many students sometimes think like they will just watch the videos, just go through the slides and sitting behind. No, that is not the case. The reason we have like unlimited views is so that you can make your notes. Okay, so sometimes if, for example, you have just one view, you can miss certain part of it. But we want you all to make your own notes. We can provide there are, for example, some handwritten notes in here as well, you will find. But ultimately, that is not going to help you. You have to make your own notes. It is because in the process, when you're making those, you tend to learn more. You tend to retain more. You can revise anything for 20 times and still you may forget it when you open it again the 21st time, because your strategy is not right. So the thing is, you have to make your notes, but for that purpose, we will provide you uh, this views, which are unlimited number of views. But ultimately, all your courses you will be added to your dashboard as they will be released. In that, you will find, for example, if there is anything pre-recorded, that will be there. If the lectures which are taken live, any doubt sessions which are taken live, any discussions, let's say even if it is a mentorship session, so these will all be available on your dashboard in the individual courses that are there. Okay. Another very important thing. Okay, so we also do have tentative solutions to they're still in beta mode. We are still developing them. Okay, but for example, sometimes what happens is if you start analyzing, let's say, last 10 years papers, sometimes you may find a certain question in which you have to doubt, like, what is the content for this question. So for those, you will be able to find that part. Okay, so you can access that particular part. So we will provide that as well to you. Yeah, so that is all from my side. Anything from your side, Mayank sir?
Right. Again, if they want to ask doubt, they can ask doubt now.
There
Maybe.
is one doubt about the test series.
So actually, about test series, we do have a dedicated test series also. But this course, basically, this is only about covering the syllabus. It covers the syllabus. It gives content on each and every topic of the syllabus, content, video as well as PDF. Right. In class, we do encourage you to write and give it to send it to us on the Telegram channel. All this thing. But in that way, there is test series, right? Answer writing practice. But if you want to join formal test series, that is not included with this course. We do have a formal test series. So if you are a classroom student, you can avail the test series in a very discounted price. So we do have, but it is not part of this course, right?
So
It is a
that is a
different course.
separate thing, sir.
Yes, it is a
So
separate
test
course.
series, okay, okay. So why it is separate? Because generally the test series is included in the comprehensive package, in general.
You can, a lot of students don't want to join test series, right? Like so that is why it is there. If you want to avail, it is available on the website, and it is also at a very discounted price, especially
Yeah.
for those who have enrolled, right? But a lot of students, they don't want to write test series, like they are of
Because
the
that would, yeah, also affect like the price of the course.
price of the course.
Ultimately, with the test series, what is there is, it requires, for example, for us, we will not always have enough time for all the students to correct the papers. We want to spend more time on the teaching part. So if we are to like include it part of the test series, then the course price, I mean, we will be forced, just because we need more resources for that. So we want like the students to have that flexibility if they want that, or sometimes they can manage it on their own also. They can like write answers themselves,
So,
and then we review those in part.
so in the separate test series, it is a as normal test series as it is, where the answers are checked and
Yes, yes, yes. You like
okay.
you
Yes,
you will get
answers are.
yes, you will get QCA, you will get question paper. You can write it in 3 hours and you send it to us. We'll evaluate in detail. We'll give you feedback on each and every question, and we'll also have a one-on-one talk. Right. So that is the pattern. It is proper test series, formal test series, right? And if you
Okay,
want to like,
okay.
if you are covering any unit in the class, and if you want to write some question and send it to us, ki, sir, I have read whether I have written it well or not, that you can do. But if you want to do it a formal test series, that is a different course, right?
So there's another question. sometimes in the previous year questions or civil services, we see some kind of unique questions where we don't find that answers in usual books.
Yes,
So what about those questions? Because there are always those kind of questions in, at least in civil services, maybe not
yes,
in
yes.
forest service, but yeah.
Yes, like there will always be those questions, right? If you are attempting a 500 marks question paper, there will be 20 marks, something like that. So the important is you focus on 480 marks, not on 20 marks, right? There will be some bouncers, you will have to skip them, right? But in geology, fortunately, there are not many bouncers, but there are obviously one or two questions every year that you don't have to be bothered much about, right? So you should be focusing on 480 marks and scoring 70% marks out of 480. Even then you can avail a 300 score, right? If you will just go for that 20 marks, then there is no limit, right? It is infinite. So don't worry about that. And in
So I was
geology there is not much bounces as such, right? Like I said, about 80% of the questions are
Yes,
repeated,
yes.
right?
Yeah. Another thing I would like to add is like if there are like some parts of syllabus as well which you may not find in books.
Mhm.
Now those things, for example, there is Wollastonite's
Yes.
system is given in phase ruling, which you will not find in any book. Okay, that part we will cover in our syllabus. In igneous petrology, there is list of rocks for which you need, for example, petrogenesis, petrography. That part we will provide. So things which are in syllabus, okay, everything is covered, even if it is not there in standard book. So there is a question in the chat which is asking about resources and books. Of course, there are multiple resources and we will share with you. But at the end of the day, the best resource that you will have will be the course and the study material. It is very comprehensive. If you analyze, for example, this year's forest services exam, this year's UPSC civil services exam, if you have covered everything that is there in the study material, which is provided, which basically you have access to through you have gone through the lectures, you can attempt each and every question in the paper. Okay, in the sense that maybe you have some choice in one or two questions. So, and if you remove that choice as well, 90 to 95% of the questions could have been directly answered from what we have covered in the classes.
Yes.
So it is more comprehensive. You can go through a 500-page igneous petrology book. Still, you will find questions in the paper which you will miss. Okay, but if you go through our course, okay, you will have more comprehensive coverage than going through a 500-page book, because it has been very specifically designed for the UPSC course itself. Okay.
Yes. And I will
Another thing I just wanted to show you. Yes.
yes.
Yes, Mayank sir.
Okay, okay. So, like about the book, actually, the sir is saying, sir is showing is the test series. This is our formal
Yes.
test series. But about the book, I just want to like I'll share the screen for a minute. So we do have formal also, like sir was saying. So this is, you can have a look at it. I'll also share it on the group. So we also have a book list, right? So I am sharing you this because our course is like whatever we source, we also read a lot of book, right? So we have read in excess of 20 books, and we have conceptualized this course, right? So then there is book for each and every topic. There is this book. Then for geomorphology there are multiple books. From structure there is MP buildings, there is hack and Fossen. This is 1000 book page, like 1000 page book is there. Then there are books on paleontology, Indian stratigraphy, each and every type. Mineralogy there are bulky books, right? Dexter Perkins, Rutley. Petrology we have Winter. So there are a lot of books, and our course is actually sourced from these books, right? So the point is, if I'll we'll share the PDF, we have written it here that our slide is sufficient to tackle almost all the question in the main examination, because we have diligently mined out content from all these books, and we have tailor made it, right? You understand the meaning of tailor made? So we have tailor made it for the examination condition, right? How we can apply the content, the diagrams, the images from these books in our examination, right? So basically these are the list of the books. If you want, there is also another list. These are the essential which one have to read if one is doing self study, right? But if you are doing the course, like Lawrence has said, that you will have more comprehensive coverage than you when you read this book, right? So if you read book, if you will do the course, you will be able to do the course. You will be able to do the syllabus in 100 to 120 days, and that to multiple times, right? But if you read the book, it might take a much longer time, right? So this is just what I wanted to add. Plus I will share this on the Telegram group itself if you want, if you have interest in reading such books also, right? If somebody says that she's a working professional, so will I be able to cover all the classes? Yes, like even if you are not able to cover live classes, right, in the morning, we will upload the classes within 2 hours, right? Every live classes, whether it is discussion or anything, it will be uploaded on the portal within 3 to 4 hours, right? So on the very same day after your work hours, you can cover the syllabus and you can pace up, you can, you can follow along with the pace of the class. So that won't be an issue. Class timing will mostly be in morning itself and not in evening. And what all study material you need to do before the classes, right? So like before the classes, I don't think you need to read anything. We cover the syllabus in a way that you are from non-geology background and you are a very starters, right? So everything will be covered from the scratch itself. If you want to read anything, I would suggest you can buy any guidebook, right? A very small 100 to 100 page guidebook like KM Banger, right? So you can have it with you. It is just like a guidebook and you can read it before the class if you want to, and just then come to the class and cover it. But it is not essential. But if you are into reading books, you can buy a simple book of KM Banger. Otherwise, we'll give you every content on the portal itself, including books and all these things, right? No, you don't have to spend on standard book, Mehreen, right? If somebody is asking, will there be any handout provided prior to the classes, right? So you don't have to read handouts. Like I said, there is a book name is KM Banger. You can buy that. You can read it if you want to read, and then come to the class. Even if you don't read, it's all right, right? Class material is more than sufficient for coverage, right? Is there a different course or for IFS and CSE? No, I think 98% syllabus of CSE and IFS is same. The level of question is same, right? So the course cover the syllabus of IFS as well as civil services, right? So like I can again show you, the only difference is this much in both the examination is this much, which I also showed, right? So this is the syllabus. I hope it is visible on your screen. So this is the syllabus of both. Like this is unit for paleontology. Whatever is there in black, it is all part of CSE. Right? It is explicitly mentioned in CSE syllabus. These written in black, these two bullet point, these in IFS, all this is written, plus these two bullet points are also written, right? In Indian stratigraphy, everything is common in civils as well as in forest, right? In hydrology, everything is common. In engineering geology, everything is common. Just in IFS syllabus, this one keyword is written explicitly, right? So that is the only difference in the syllabus. Same is with crystallography. Everything is common in IFS. Only this one topic is extra. It is a very small topic, crystal defect. You might have done it in your 11th and 12th itself, right? And in physical mineralogy, everything is same. Optical, everything is same. In IFS, they have explicitly mentioned about petrological microscope, but in civil services, they have not mentioned that, right? So that is the only. In igneous, everything is same. In metamorphic, everything is same. Sedimentology, everything is same. In civil services, they have not mentioned this topic. In IFS, they have mentioned, right? So you have to prepare this for civil services also. So,
I have a question
yes, yes.
regarding the difficulty levels of geology. I have seen that the questions in civil services is more complex, and forest services are pretty simple and straightforward questions. So, like, how do you differentiate, like, as a student when we write those questions?
I think.
Himanshu, I would say, yeah, I think there is a difference in year to year. Okay. So some year you may find IFS paper, for example, go back to 2016 and 17, 18 time. There can be some complex question in IFS as well. But if you check, that was sort of like a blip in overall trend in between
Yes,
1 or 2 years.
yes,
But overall, if you look at the pattern, for example, if you look at the last 2 years of civil services, last 2 years of
yes,
forest paper, you will actually not find much difference in those. Questions are actually pretty standard, even for civil services. Just open like this year's paper. So
yes,
I don't really see that kind of like difference. Sometimes like within civil services, year to year, 2015, maybe 18, 20. So the level may be different, but I don't think there is in general that much of a difference in paper level. Now, where the difference can come is in the level of answers which students are writing.
yes,
In forest, many students are preparing during that gap between civil services mains and the IFS mains. So, and then some start their preparation during that time as well. So the level of answers, your competition in Indian Forest Services might be is a little less. Okay, so you can get marks, good marks, even with like a little bit low quality questions. For the same question which appears in IFoS versus in CSE to get good marks, you have to write good answer. Okay,
Yes.
so there is I would say less kind of like they're like a little less forgiving in civil services. Yeah, is there like anything you want to add, Mayank, sir?
No, I think sir has answered well. Right. Adarsh is asking how to enroll for the course. So like I have just sent you a link, right? So you can just click on this link and you can there you will have option for joining for the course. So you can directly join it from our Telegram group from the website itself, right? And if you want, you
Yeah,
can just share.
or you can contact Mayank, sir, as well, like
Yes, you can
for any
ping me on
details.
Telegram.
That
Telegram. I and Lawrence are the admin of our group, so you can ping me, and then also I can help you
yeah, you can ping me
directly.
as well, but the problem with me is like because I'm in Canada currently, so there is time difference, so there can be a little bit delay in when I
Uh,
reply. So if you want to get like quick response, so for example, it's already what like morning 10 a.m. here, so there is almost 12-hour difference. So most of the time during the daytime when you're all awake, I may be sleeping at that time.
so yes, you can ping me if you want. I'll help you. Right.
Yeah.
No, after completing the course, you will shift. You don't have to read this bulky book. You don't have to read any book. You just have to read. You have to go through the videos, see our class lectures. We have mined out everything for you. You don't have to read the book after these classes, right? Will time gap be provided for prelims? Yes, Jishan, there will be a break of around 20 25 30 days before prelims, right? So that you can prepare focus entirely on that in the month of May.
Sir, hello.
Yes,
Yes.
Manik.
Yeah, sir, why is that not many people choose geology as an option in civil services? Because it is very well established that geology is an amazing option for forest services. Why is it not the same in case of civils?
Uh, I think I can like you, Monik. If you see the official report of UPSC, you'll see the trends are increasing. In earlier times, to be honest, there was no guidance. When I was preparing with geology, like it was hard even to find previous year question compilation. Right. Presently, like we are giving answers also to previous year question. But even just if you go to till 2017 itself, or even 2018, 19, there was lack of guidance. There was no coaching classes. There was not even compilation of previous year questions. Right. So all these things were there. That is why it was hindering. The second thing was in earlier time before 2020, like 2010, these geography, PubAd, sociology, these were pretty common. But now you have seen what has been happening to with these optional from 2017, 15, 16, 17, 18, PubAd, geography, philosophy, these are not doing good, right? Even after doing a lot of hard work, you are not able to score. So now people are like exploring other optionals, and then geology is coming up. So you'll see the report from 2017, 18, 19, 20. There is gradual increase in the number of people appearing for mains. So that is one thing, that other options are more popular. There was not much support for geology, but from last 2 years, Planet Geology has come up. Apart from that, some other institute has also come up. Right, a lot of people are writing IFS. They are getting single digit rank. So it is inviting a lot of interest. So people are increasing day by day. Last year itself, you will see in 2019, I think nobody got a rank, but last year 4 students got rank in geology. This year also, I think 5 to 6 students are giving interview geology, right? This is what we know. Not we don't have exact data. So people are increasing in this also. And another thing is like a geology people who have graduation in geology, they have opportunities in like all industry and all these things. So a lot of they also don't come to this field also. That is also a thing. So not core people don't come. So that is also a thing. So that is why it was not popular, but it is gradually, I think, increasing. That might be few reasons, I think.
Yeah. Another thing is like number of students also of geology. For example, for geography, people who are doing BSc, MSc in geography
Yes.
is far more than people who are studying geology. So I mean, what overall in India there will be what less than 10,000 students in across all colleges which have who have geology as option who are studying geology. So then how many of them will appear in prelims? How many of them will appear in mains? So just from the geology background itself, if you look statistically, So it's not many, but that is actually why you have an advantage here. So you don't have like many students who are only from geology background against whom you will be competing. I've already covered this in detail. So that is why you see in geology even non-geology students are doing good.
But it's not because UPSC is being deliberately harsher towards geology candidates in CSE
No,
beats,
it's
right?
definitely it's not definitely because of that.
It's because of low quality of answers that
Yes,
is
right,
being written because lack of coaching and all
right.
so far.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, the batch which is starting from 25th March, sir, it is the only one batch which is meant for 2022 attempt preparation, or forthcoming batches may come like this? Or is it the only one final?
You are asking about 2022, like for
Yes, sir,
2020.
yes, sir.
Like I
So
think
because in
for
between prelims
2020,
exam is there,
yes,
yes,
yes.
sir.
I think for 2022 civil services, like this is itself a bit late, right? So I think this will be the only course. For 2022 forest services, there will be a crash course in the month of September. But for civil services, this will be the course, right? If there is a there will be a break for prelims, right? And if you even if you are not able to attend few classes, you can be able to do this after prelims, right? Everything will be recorded and on your portal. But I think this is the like least we can do. उसके बाद तो बहुत delay हो जाएगा दूसरे batch में.
Yes. There was earlier batch, which was 2021, 2022 as well, which was finished in December, in the month of December. So we already covered one batch, sort of like, which was for 2022. So this is, yeah, a little bit late. So after this, it is not possible to start. But yeah, as Mayank sir said, for forest, there will be another crash course.
Sir, what are the pros and cons of doing an MSc in geology, being a CSE aspirant?
So you have done BSc geology?
Sir, now I'm in second year.
No, it will just like open more employment opportunities for you. You will be able to write more exams because a lot of exams from geology only. So when you're preparing, let's say for CSE, you have to, if you open up combined geoscientist prelims, syllabus, general studies and all, it's exactly same as UPSC only. So it will help you, you will have like multiple options. That is like one
Sir, I
advantage.
am totally CSE focused.
Yes, so but the thing is like you can be CSE focused, but if you have options, you are, I would say, even in your CSE preparation, you're usually less stressed. But again, that is a choice. I'm saying just like you said, pros and cons. Okay, so this is the pros is you will have more opportunities. Cons is like okay, you will have to attend classes and all. So that is like one of the cons of that part.
Thank you, sir.
So can you please explain about the other opportunities regarding this subject if we take it as an optional other than CSE like?
Yeah, so one is like Indian Forest Services exam. That is a very big opportunity. And this year, for example, you're seeing the number of seats has increased significantly. So it is a very good subject for that. It will open opportunities even in like many state services exams as well. So many exams such as Assistant Conservator of Forest, those kinds of exams. In For states, they usually require two optionals. Okay, so in those as well, you have a geology optional, and several like famous optionals may not be available for those state services exams as well. Okay, so these are the main ones, main opportunities that you will have.
Okay, so thank you.
And sir, as you mentioned that 80 to 85% questions are repeated, so those PYQs will be covered here.
So if you're expecting that we will write answers for you for those, so that part will not be covered because it is
Those
not
are
a good
just the
strategy from your.
PYQs.
Yes, I'm saying like PYQs only, the syllabus part, content, everything that will all be done. Okay. But exact answer like what to write in this question for all those 80-85%. So that is not possible for us. And that is also not good for you as well, because ultimately it is your answers which you're writing. So you should have some personal touch there. Or is this like something else you're asking? If maybe I
Yes, yes.
misunderstood you.
And like sir was saying, ki if you will see the lectures, you will cover the syllabus, you will be able to write your answers beautifully. Like we had a crash course, like Monik was also part of that crash course, and a lot of students just in a matter of I think 30 days mein they were after this doing the classes, they themselves were able to answer 60-70% of previous year question, and they were showing us. So when you will do the classes, you will be able to write brilliant answers, right? That is one thing. Second thing is that, like, we do provide indicative content, right? It is not like handwritten content and everything, but you will have previous year questions and their solutions in printed form, sometimes handwritten forms also. So like sir says, it is a beta solution. They are not model answer, they are indicative solutions, right? So we do provide support on that, and plus after class you will be able to do on your own also, right?
Yeah, but overall answer writing strategy and all that part we will discuss in the class. Okay, so don't be worried about that part. Okay, so some like tips on how you should structure your answers, what you will have to write. Ultimately, because this is a science subject, sometimes you may not have like a standard approach in each of the answers. You have to solve a numerical. So those kind of questions also come in the exam, but they're very few and very easy. I mean, they're like 8th, 9th standard kind of numericals. Not even so. If you whatever you learned in those classes, ratios, proportions, averages, if you know that, you can solve those numericals. Okay. So,
Like,
but overall, yeah.
right. One important question from Akshay is that since the course is going to complete in August and CSE means start in like mid September. So will you be so like see definitely like if you are writing very seriously civil services 2022 and you are starting your optional in the month of April, then obviously you will be under some stress of the time related regarding completion. So if you join and if you clear prelims, what we can do for you is that uh, we will give you access to few of the units in pre-recorded form, right? Suppose you clear prelims and in the month of June or July itself, we will try that you finish your syllabus beforehand, right? So it won't be able to we won't be able to complete in July itself in live classes, but suppose there are some units which will give you access before exam, so you can cover in that way in case you have cleared prelims, right? So we will support you time wise, but this course formally will get end only in August end, right? But you will be given additional support if you clear prelims for civil services, right? Akshay. Siddharth says, okay, we'll upload the session on YouTube also, right? As well as our channel, so you can check it out there also if you missed it. And
There's a question on weightage of marks for numerical problems. It is very less. Okay, usually there is just one numerical in the paper that can be like 10 mark or 15 mark or maximum 20 marks. So out of like both papers, generally you get like maximum 20 marks worth of numericals. Sometimes they may ask a second numerical as well, which is usually like very simple. So if that is there, maybe 10 marks you can add for that. So it will not go above 30 marks. So weightage is usually, it is just one question, it is just one numerical. Maximum it goes up to is 2 numericals. We have not seen more than 2 numericals in a paper ever.
And sometimes there is no numerical. Like this year,
there is no numerical.
This year IFS there was no numerical also.
So, can you please compare this thing that how it is advantageous over geography if we take like first of all I was going to take geography, but after getting a little bit knowledge about this subject, I got to know it has a like less syllabus than it. But is there any other advantages taking it over geography, sir? Can you please explain?
Like we discussed, the first is the competition. In geography you will be having competition with 3,000 people, right? Here you will have competition with 50 people. So that is the first thing. The another thing is like geography does provide it does give marks also, but you will see in last 5 to 6 years geography, like there is a term which goes in UPSC circle that UPSC is butchering some of the optional. So geography is one of those optional where despite a lot of hard work people are not crossing 250 marks. So that is the thing. And another thing, the most important, we have discussed earlier also, with geography you will be able to write only civil services, right? Suppose civil services there are 800 seats or 700 seats, whatever it is, but with geology you will be able to write forest services also, and there are 150 additional seats. There is no optional like geography in forest services. So it opens it opens another 150 seats for you. So that is the biggest advantage of geology over geography. And another thing is geography is pretty dynamic. If you have gone through the syllabus, the paper 2 is Indian geology, then there is economic geology, there is settlement, there is a lot of things. So they are very dynamic. You will have to update yourself with newspaper, with magazines. even 20, 20, 30 days before the exam, right? So you will have to be very adaptive with geography. With geology, it is static. What happened 4.6 billion year ago, or what will happen next millennium, it won't change. So there is nothing like current affair much in geology. 99% of geology is static. So that is the biggest. These two are two biggest advantage of geology over others.
Sir, in regard of syllabus wise, sir, sir, what is the strength of that syllabus as compared to this one, sir, geography compared to sir geology?
Geography is pretty lengthy. This is what I have heard from a lot of people, and I myself had geography for for just 1 year. So it is pretty lengthy. Geology is not that lengthy. This is a common thing.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, and there's like we have a session on YouTube. We had a session with Divyanshu Nigam sir as well, IAS. So uh, you can watch his video as well. So he also explained like why he chose geology, and one of the things he said was that in geology the competition is actually with yourself. Okay, so it is a science subject, are also like pretty standard questions, very static syllabus. So the competition is with yourselves, not with like other people. So that is like another advantage of geology optional. Syllabus is very static, so you can cover it in like a fixed frame of time. If you spend more every day, you can cover it in like even like 2.5, 3 months as well. That is like another advantage of geology.
And not only you can also watch this video if it is visible, this live interaction with IPS Avinash Kumar. He was the topper of geology optional in 2020. He scored around 295 marks, right? I mentioned, and he had geography in his first of two of his attempts, right? And then he switched to geology. So you can watch this. Here also he talked about the same thing, right? So you will get more insight there.
Yes. Yes.
Sure, sir.
So I think if there are no more doubts, we can end it, right? Sir, note making strategy class dictated, or we need to make notes by reading course material. Like, so see, we do have a lecture on note making strategy that I'll share with you, right? In our Telegram group, and we also ultimately we don't dictate it. We give it to you. Sometimes we give handwritten notes itself. You can copy paste them. Sometimes sir use like PDFs. So sir annotate everything. He himself write a lot of things. So it is an active learning thing. You keep writing and you keep also learning with it. So that is the way, and there is also a dedicated video for note making strategy that we will share, right? So whether this course will be helpful for geoscientist examination, right? As geoscientist is in bit depth, right? Aishwarya is asking. So Aishwarya, see the syllabus of geoscientist and UPSC is like a bit different, right? Actually, UPSC civil services syllabus is a subset of geoscientist syllabus. So obviously, whatever topic which we cover in this syllabus, it will be this course. This will be helpful for geoscientist also. But then there are some other topics which will not be covered in this course. Plus it is also in bit like that is only the thing. So this course is specifically focused towards civil services as well as forest services. For geoscientist examination there might be another course by Lawrence sir. He can update on that. Yeah, payment can be done through website, Kaushal. There is a link on the website. You just explore it once, right? Yes, this webinar will be available on YouTube, Mayank, right? And you will be able to see it.
All right, everyone. Thank you all very much for joining the session. If you have any doubts, you can write an email to us. Okay, so I will also share the email ID.
And you can also,
I think most of you would already have it. So, or Mayank, you can share yours as well. Okay. So, or you can, you have like multiple channels. You can speak with us on Telegram channel. Okay. And Mayank sir has also shared his phone number. So, any questions, any doubts about the enrollment process, and also just you contact us, and then you can have more information. Thank you all very much for joining the session. And
the first
Thank you,
class
sir.
will begin on 25th of March, 10 a.m. morning, right? So we'll cover general geology. We'll try to cover general geology till 5th of April, and from 5th of April, right, we'll begin with some of the paper 1 as well as paper 2, right? We'll do that simultaneously. right. So I hope to see you on 25th of March, and you can, if you have any other trouble, you can just ping us at Telegram on this number or on our group, right? So all the very best, everyone. Right. Thank you for coming for the session.